Have you ever wondered if it's possible to predict how long you will live? And more. Is there something you can do today to ensure a healthier and more independent future? Science has already proven that there are clear signs that indicate what your life will be like after 70. Some of them are obvious, like your ability to move. Others are subtle and almost no one pays attention to them, such as the strength of your handshake or the quality of your sleep. Imagine two people of the same age, 75 years old. The first walks with confidence, sleeps well, eats a balanced diet, and maintains an active social life. The second feels constant pain, needs support to walk, and spends most of their time alone. What led these two people to such different destinies? The answer may lie in the signals your body gives, and the choices we make throughout life. In this video, you will discover 9 scientifically proven signs that can predict your longevity. But not just that. We will also show you how to reverse these negative signs and ensure more years of life with health and independence. Now tell me, how are you feeling today? Do you walk with ease or feel like you're losing your balance? Do you sleep well at night or wake up tired? Do you have a balanced diet or have you let that slide over time? Share your biggest challenge in the comments. During the video, I'll show you how to improve each of these aspects to ensure more years of quality life. By the way, I'll challenge you to do some tests throughout the video. The first one starts now. Try to get up from a chair without using your hands. Did you manage? If yes, great sign. If not, keep watching, as I'll teach you how to strengthen your mobility. Stay with me until the end, because besides revealing the 9 signs of longevity, we'll share practical tips so you can strengthen your health and live better. Sign 1. Flexibility and joint mobility. Can you bend down easily, turn your neck without discomfort, or raise your arms without feeling pain? If the answer is no, this could be a warning sign for your longevity. At 72, Donna Lucia thought her life was limited. She had always been active, but in recent years she noticed she could no longer bend down to tie her shoes or reach the highest kitchen cabinet. Every movement seemed like a huge effort. Over time, she started avoiding certain tasks and became more dependent on others. This affected her self-esteem. One day, she decided she didn't want to spend the rest of her life like that. She started with small daily stretches, then included light walks and mobility exercises. In just a few months, she noticed her flexibility returning. Today, at 75, Donna Lucia feels more active than she did 10 years ago. And believe me, you can also regain your mobility. Even if you feel stiffness or joint pain today, there are simple exercises that can transform your quality of life. So, let's test your flexibility right now. Try to touch your toes without bending your knees. Did you manage? If yes, great sign. If not, don't worry. Throughout the video, I'll teach you how to improve this step by step. Here are some ways to improve your flexibility and mobility. Practice daily stretches. Just 10 minutes of stretching a day can make a big difference in muscle elasticity. Try yoga or Pilates. These activities strengthen the body, improve posture, and increase range of motion. Avoid staying in the same position for too long. Sitting for long periods can increase muscle and joint stiffness. Try to stand up and move around every hour. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can affect joint lubrication, making movements more difficult. Use low-impact exercises. Walking, swimming, and cycling help maintain mobility without overloading the joints. Flexibility is one of the secrets to preserving your independence and avoiding unnecessary pain and limitations. If you notice your body is becoming stiffer or certain movements have become difficult, this is a clear sign that your mobility needs attention. So, do a test now. Try to touch your toes without bending your knees. If this seems difficult or uncomfortable, it may indicate that your flexibility is decreasing. But the good news is that it's never too late to start regaining your mobility. The sooner you act, the greater your freedom of movement in the years to come. Sign 2. Resting heart rate and lung capacity. Have you ever paid attention to your resting heart rate and your breathing? These two factors can be powerful indicators of your longevity. The heart and lungs work together to ensure your body gets the oxygen it needs to function well. If one of these systems isn't operating efficiently, it can significantly reduce your life expectancy. Now, I want you to do a simple test with me. Heart rate test. Place 2 fingers on your wrist or neck and count how many times your heart beats in 1 minute. If it's above 80 beats per minute at rest, it could be a sign that your heart is working harder than it should. Lung capacity test. Take a deep breath through your nose and hold it for a few seconds before slowly releasing it through your mouth. Could you hold your breath for at least 10 seconds without effort? If not, this could indicate a reduction in your lung capacity. Small changes in your daily routine can improve your heart and lungs. Let's look at some ways to strengthen these 2 essential organs for your longevity. The good news is that, just like heart rate, lung capacity can be improved with healthy habits. Michael practices regular aerobic exercise, breathes deeply, and maintains a controlled heart rate. He climbs stairs without difficulty, has energy, and rarely feels short of breath. He also keeps his glucose levels in check, reduced his sugar cravings, and maintains a healthy metabolism. George, on the other hand, leads a sedentary life and never paid attention to his breathing. Over time, he noticed he gets tired quickly, and his heart rate is always elevated, even when he's at rest. This is a warning sign that his cardiovascular and respiratory systems are not functioning optimally. If you've never paid attention to these signs, now is the time to start. See the pinned comment on how you can achieve conditioning like Michael. Improving the health of your heart and lungs can add years to your life and, more importantly, ensure those years are lived with vitality. Here are some ways to strengthen your heart rate and lung capacity. Practice aerobic exercises. Walking, swimming, and cycling help strengthen the heart and lungs. Breathe consciously. Deep breathing exercises increase lung capacity and reduce stress. Avoid a sedentary lifestyle. Sitting for too long can weaken the lungs and heart. Move around throughout the day. Monitor your heart rate. Use a smartwatch or manually measure your beats per minute at rest. If it's consistently above 80 BPM, it could be a sign that your heart is overworked. Avoid smoking and polluted environments. Cigarette smoke and pollutants can compromise lung capacity and accelerate lung aging. If your resting heart rate is high, or you feel your breathing is shorter and more tiring, this is an important alert for your long-term health. Taking care of your heart and lungs is essential to ensure not only more years of life, but also more quality in those years. Now, do a quick test. Place 2 fingers on your wrist and count how many times your heart beats in 1 minute. If the number is above 80, it might be time to start strengthening your cardiovascular system. The heart and lungs are the foundation of your vitality. Take good care of them, and they will take care of you. Sign 3. Ability to handle. Stress. Stress may be shortening your life, and you don't even realize it. The problem isn't feeling stress. That's normal. The problem is letting it take over. Too much stress. More inflammation in the body. More inflammation. See higher risk of heart disease, insomnia, depression, and worse, it can even accelerate aging. After 70, changes are inevitable. Retirement, children leaving home, health challenges. All of this can cause worry. But you have 2 choices. Be dominated by stress or learn to control it. And the good news? There are simple techniques that help reduce the impact of stress on your body and mind. Let's see how. Let's compare 2 men, John and Richard, both 76 years old. John has faced challenges like all of us. Financial worries, health scares, difficult moments with family. However, he learned to handle these difficulties without letting them take over his mind. He practices relaxation techniques, stays socially active, and seeks solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Richard, on the other hand, is the opposite. He carries worries like a constant weight, gets irritated easily, and has trouble sleeping. Over time, his body started feeling the effects of this continuous stress. His blood pressure rose, his mood became unstable, and his energy dropped drastically. If you feel like you're constantly stressed or anxious, this could be a warning sign for your long-term health. The good news is that there are simple and effective ways to reduce the impact of stress on your body and mind. Here are some strategies to better handle stress. Deep breathing and meditation. Breathing techniques help lower blood pressure and reduce stress responses. Regular physical exercise. Walking, stretching, or any light physical activity helps release endorphins, which combat the negative effects of stress. Maintain social connections. Talking to friends, joining groups, or simply sharing concerns can relieve the weight of daily tensions. Avoid excessive negative information. Reducing consumption of distressing news can make a big difference in your emotional state. Find relaxing hobbies. Activities like gardening, reading, music, or painting help shift focus from worries and provide pleasure. Handling stress well doesn't mean avoiding challenges, but rather learning to face them in a healthy way. If you notice you get irritated easily, feel overwhelmed, or have trouble relaxing, it might be time to rethink your approach and adopt habits that make your life lighter and more balanced. The big question is, are you letting stress shorten your life, or are you learning to live with more tranquility? The answer to this question could define how many healthy years you have ahead. Sign 4. Appetite and eating habits. Do you feel hungry regularly and eat well, or have you noticed your appetite has decreased over time? The way you eat can be one of the most important factors in predicting your longevity. A good appetite and a balanced diet are signs of a healthy metabolism and that your body is getting the nutrients it needs to function properly. On the other hand, loss of appetite or sudden changes in eating habits can indicate digestive, hormonal issues, or even early signs of serious illnesses like dementia. What you eat after 70 has a direct impact on your energy, muscle strength, and brain function. Studies show that older adults who maintain a diet rich in protein, fiber, vitamins, and healthy fats have a lower risk of developing chronic diseases and live longer. Those who start eating less lose weight without apparent reason or begin. Consuming ultra-processed foods in excess may be significantly reducing their life expectancy. Let's imagine two women, Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret maintains a balanced diet, eating lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats. She enjoys her meals and notices her energy and mood remain good throughout the day. Susan, on the other hand, has lost interest in food. Her hunger has decreased. She often skips meals and has resorted to quick snacks and processed foods. As a result, her muscle strength is declining, her immune system is weaker, and she feels tired frequently. If you notice your hunger is decreasing or your diet isn't as balanced as it used to be, this could be an important warning sign. Often, loss of appetite in old age is linked to hormonal changes, medication use, or even emotional issues like depression and anxiety. Here are some ways to improve your diet and maintain a healthy appetite. Maintain a varied diet. Include proteins, fiber, and healthy fats in every meal. Avoid ultra-processed foods. They may be convenient, but they lack the essential nutrients for longevity. Keep regular meal times. Creating a meal routine helps the body maintain a stable metabolism. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can reduce appetite and affect digestion. If cooking has become a challenge, seek practical solutions. There are healthy frozen meal options and services that can make meal prep easier without compromising the quality of your diet. The way you eat today can determine your strength, immunity, and even your independence in the coming years. If you've noticed your appetite has changed or your diet isn't as healthy as it should be, This is a clear sign that it's time to make adjustments. The question that remains is, are you nourishing your body to live longer and better? If the answer is, I don't know, or I don't think so, this might be the perfect time to reevaluate your eating habits and give your body the nutrients it needs to stay strong for many years. Sign 5. Quality of sleep. Do you sleep well at night? This may seem like a simple question, but the answer can reveal a lot about your longevity. The quality of sleep isn't just a detail of your day. It's one of the most important factors for a long and healthy life. Studies show that adults over 70 who maintain deep, restorative sleep have a lower risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even metabolic issues. On the other hand, those who sleep poorly have a higher probability of developing hypertension, diabetes, and even dementia. Sleep is the time when the body performs essential repairs. During this period, the brain eliminates toxins accumulated throughout the day, muscles recover, and the immune system strengthens. If you don't sleep well, your body simply can't function at its best. Let's compare two people, Henry and Bill, both 75 years old. Henry has a regular sleep schedule, sleeps about 7 hours a night, and wakes up feeling refreshed. His mind is alert, his mood is stable, and he maintains good energy for his daily activities. Bill, on the other hand, has restless nights, wakes up several times during sleep, and feels tired in the morning. Over time, this sleep deprivation is affecting his memory, mood, and even his cardiovascular health. If you identify more with Bill than Henry, don't ignore this sign. The good news is that it's possible to improve sleep quality with some simple changes in your routine. Here are some strategies to sleep better. Create a sleep routine. Try to sleep and wake up at the same time every day to regulate your biological clock. Avoid screens before bed. The blue light from phones, TVs, and computers inhibits melatonin production, the sleep hormone. Expose yourself to natural light in the morning. Sunlight helps regulate circadian rhythms and improve sleep quality at night. Avoid caffeine and heavy meals before bed. Heavy foods and stimulants can make it harder for your body to relax. Practice relaxing activities before sleep. Meditation, reading, or a warm bath can help your body wind down. If you've been feeling tired throughout the day, having trouble concentrating, or experiencing mood swings, it could be a sign that your sleep isn't restorative. Sleeping well isn't a luxury. It's a necessity for longevity. The sooner you prioritize your sleep quality, the more energy and vitality you'll have in the years to come. So, how was your last night of sleep? Did you wake up rested or still feel fatigued during the day? If your answer is the latter, it might be time to change your habits and ensure your nights are as healthy as your days. Sign 6. Ability to stand on one-leg balance. It seems simple and automatic, but it can be one of the greatest indicators of your longevity. The ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is directly linked to your neuromuscular health, cardiovascular system, and even your risk of mortality. If you've never tested this ability, now might be the perfect time to do so. Research indicates that older adults who can maintain balance on one leg for more than 10 seconds have a lower risk of falls, fractures, and even degenerative diseases. This happens because balance doesn't just depend on the legs, but involves coordination between muscles, joints, the nervous system, and the brain. If this connection starts to fail, it means the body may be losing strength, reflexes, and stability. To better illustrate, think of two women, Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always been active, practices yoga and walks, and can balance easily. If we ask her to lift one leg and hold the position, she does it without difficulty. Nancy, on the other hand, struggles. When she tries to lift one leg, her body wobbles, and she quickly needs support to avoid falling. In daily life, this means Nancy has a higher risk of tripping, falling, and suffering serious injuries. If you tried the test and noticed difficulties, don't worry. Balance can be improved with simple daily exercises. The sooner you start, the greater the benefits. Here are some tips to strengthen your balance. Practice the test daily. Try standing on one leg for a few seconds every day. At first, use support if needed, and gradually increase the duration. Walk heel to toe. This exercise activates the muscles responsible for balance and improves motor coordination. Try Tai Chi or yoga. Both practices are excellent for enhancing body stability and strengthening postural muscles. Strengthen your leg muscles. Exercises like squats or climbing stairs help maintain strength and mobility. Maintaining good balance isn't just about avoiding falls, but about preserving your independence and quality of life for as long as possible. If you've noticed you're more unstable when moving or need constant support, this could be a warning sign that your body is losing an essential skill. The good news, you can train it to regain that function. So, how about testing it now? Stand up, lift one leg, and count to 10. If you can, congratulations. If not, you know it's time to start working on it. Your longevity may depend on it. Sign 7. Hand grip strength. Have you ever paid attention to the strength of your handshake? It may seem like a minor detail, but this simple gesture can reveal a lot about your health and even predict your longevity. Scientific studies indicate that hand grip strength is directly related to the body's vitality, muscle health, and the ability to face physical challenges as we age. A strong, firm handshake isn't just a sign of confidence, but also an indication that your muscles, nervous system, and blood circulation are functioning well. On the other hand, a weak grip can be a sign of muscle loss, increased frailty, and a higher risk of diseases like cardiovascular issues and even neurological decline. To better understand, imagine two people, both 78 years old, Robert and Walter. Robert has always had a firm handshake and never had trouble carrying bags or opening jars. He maintains an active routine, does small strengthening exercises, and has never noticed significant loss of strength. Walter, also 78, has started to notice that simple tasks like holding a heavy object or opening a bottle are becoming increasingly difficult. What he didn't realize is that this loss of strength could be a warning sign that his body is weakening. But here's the good news. It's possible to regain and strengthen hand grip strength, regardless of age. If you feel like you're weaker than before, there are simple ways to reverse this situation. Tips to improve hand grip strength. Tennis. Ball exercises. Squeeze a tennis ball or a hand gripper a few times a day to strengthen the muscles in your hands and forearms. Carrying light weights, holding shopping bags, or lifting small weights can help maintain hand and arm strength. Manual activities. Gardening, sewing, playing musical instruments, or even crafting help preserve hand mobility and endurance. The strength of your hand is a reflection of your ability to hold on to your independence and autonomy in old age. If your handshake is weaker than it used to be, this could be a sign that your body needs more attention. Don't ignore this warning, and start working today to strengthen your grip, because a strong hand can mean a longer, healthier life. Sign 8. Walking speed. The way you walk can say much more about your health than you might think. While many people associate longevity with genetics or complex medical tests, one of the simplest and most effective indicators is the speed of your gait. Researchers have found that older adults who maintain a brisk walking pace tend to live longer than those who walk slowly. This happens because walking speed is directly linked to muscle strength, balance, blood circulation, and even brain health. Imagine two people, both 75 years old. The first, Joe, walks every day at a steady pace, climbs stairs without difficulty, and doesn't feel the need to stop and rest. His movements are fluid and balanced. The second, Frank, was also active in the past, but now feels he needs to slow down. Walking requires more effort. He needs to stop to catch his breath, and sometimes feels his legs aren't as steady as they used to be. This decline isn't just a sign of natural aging, but could indicate muscle, cardiovascular, or even neurological issues. The good news is that walking speed can be improved at any age. If you've noticed you're walking slower than you used to, don't ignore this sign. Small adjustments to your routine can make a big difference. Here are some ways to improve your walking speed. Practice daily walks. The simple habit of walking for 30 minutes every day helps maintain mobility and muscle strength. Do resistance exercises. Lightweight training or walking with small weights can strengthen your legs and improve your balance. Avoid a sedentary lifestyle. The less you move, the faster you lose mobility. If you spend a lot of time sitting, try to stand up and move around every hour. The speed at which you walk can be a direct reflection of your life expectancy. So, pay attention to this. And if you notice changes in your pace, start working now to maintain your mobility. After all, the way you move today can determine how far you'll go in the future. Sign 9. Social connections and relationships. Do you feel socially connected, or do you spend most of your time alone? This factor can be one of the most determining for your longevity. Maintaining good social connections is as important for health as diet and exercise. Studies show that older adults who maintain family ties, friendships, and participate in social activities have a lower risk of depression, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Those who live in isolation face a significantly higher risk of developing health issues and having a reduced life expectancy. Loneliness in old age isn't just an emotional state. It directly impacts the body and mind. Lonely people tend to have higher stress levels, elevated blood pressure, and increased inflammation in the body, all of which accelerate aging. Additionally, isolation can affect memory and increase the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's. To illustrate, think of two women, Eleanor and Barbara, both 78 years old. Eleanor has always cultivated her friendships, stays in touch with family, and participates in a book club. She has an active social life and feels connected to the people around her. Barbara, on the other hand, has drifted away from friends over the years and rarely talks to her family. She spends most of her time alone and, over time, has started feeling sadness, lack of motivation, and difficulty performing basic tasks. Her isolation hasn't just affected her mental health, but has also contributed to physical issues. If you've been feeling like you're drifting away from people or notice you spend more time alone than you'd like, this could be an important warning sign. The good news is that it's never too late to rebuild and strengthen your social connections. Here are some ways to keep your social life active. Reach out to old friends. A simple call or message can rekindle a friendship and bring more joy to your day. Join groups or clubs, whether it's a book club, dance group, walking group, or even religious gatherings. Getting involved in social activities strengthens the mind and heart. Use technology to your advantage. If distance is an obstacle, take advantage of video calls and social media to stay in touch with family and friends. Volunteer. Helping others is an excellent way to feel useful, connected, and happy. Create small social routines. Schedule regular meetups with loved ones, even if it's just for coffee or a walk. Healthy relationships not only bring joy to the present, but also help ensure a longer, healthier future. If you've been neglecting your social connections, now is the time to act. After all, life is much richer when shared with those who bring joy to our hearts. The big question is, are you cultivating connections that prolong your life? Or are you allowing loneliness to reduce your healthy years? Now might be the perfect time to strengthen your bonds and ensure the coming years are filled with companionship, affection, and happiness. Now you know, longevity isn't a matter of luck. It's a matter of choice. Science has already proven that there isn't a single formula for living longer. However, there are clear patterns among people who surpass 80, 90, or even 100 years with energy and clarity. These people not only avoided diseases, but, above all, cultivated a lifestyle that favored their health over time. This means the future isn't a coincidence. It can be shaped and built from the decisions we make now. If there's one thing longevity studies teach us, it's that the human body has an extraordinary capacity for adaptation and recovery. Even those who spent years leading a sedentary life can strengthen their muscles and improve their mobility. Even those who suffered from sleepless nights can reprogram their sleep cycles. The body responds to stimuli, and the sooner you provide it with good conditions to function, the more it will reward you in the future. Another fundamental point is that aging well isn't just a physical matter, but also a mental and emotional one. The state of mind with which we face life has a profound impact on how our body responds to aging. People who cultivate optimism, maintain healthy social relationships, and find purpose in what they do tend to live longer and better. Mental and emotional health is as essential as physical health because a healthy mind reflects in a strong and resilient body. In the end, aging with quality is an active process. We can't just wait for time to pass and hope everything turns out well. We must move, take care of our diet, seek emotional balance, and strengthen our social connections. The secret to longevity isn't in big revolutions, but in small, consistent changes over time. And perhaps that's the biggest message we can take. It's never too late to start. No matter your age, your history, or your current limitations, there's always something that can be improved. Your body, your mind, and your life still have much to offer. It's up to you to decide how you want to spend the coming years, just counting time or enjoying each day with fullness and health. Small daily changes make a big difference in the future, and the decision is in your hands. Want to live longer and better? Start now. Choose one of the signs we discussed here and put it into practice today. Leave in the comments, which of these signs have you noticed in your body, and what change will you start making? If this video helped you, share it. Send it to your friends. Those you love also deserve a longer, healthier life. Now it's up to you. Go to the pinned comment and start your journey toward longevity. See you in the next video.